Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, certified community coach and podcaster. This is why critical thinking matters. My 3 discoveries with full self-driving Tesla. Why this is a glimpse into the future, why you can position yourself for the future. Because if you feel overwhelmed, which most of us do, our attention span keeps going down. They keep throwing these small little TikTok videos at us. We keep programming our brain shorter and shorter attention span. We stop thinking. We stop journaling. We stop being self-aware, and we just try to keep up. And you're not going to be able to keep up. You have to develop the skill of critical thinking. Let me give you my observation, my discovery when I stepped in and purchased a Tesla full self-driving, full self-driving, supervised, of course. Okay. What I discovered when I rented a Cybertruck and I got behind the wheel, not being in the passenger seat, in the wheel or behind the wheel, what it actually gave me a feeling I've never had ever. And I said, I've got to get this because this is the future. I rented it all day, went out with my daughter on a date, went with my family, just spent the whole day. And I had never done anything like that. I've been limited in my driving because I drive one-handed, and a stroke 4 years ago kind of handicapped me to get around. I can drive, but I don't like driving at night, and I don't like driving on busy roads. So I just go to the LA Fitness and back, go to Bonan's Bakery and back. Very short trips, not long. I just went to Naples, Florida for a wedding for my nephew. 12 hours coming back on Sunday, 11 hours on Thursday. Both times, I felt like I could probably run a marathon because I had so much energy. Never was that possible. I'd get exhausted for 10 minutes of a drive because I had to think, no music on, no distractions, because I had to be aware of my surroundings. We all know it. People on their phone, people distracted, people honking a horn, going through red lights, cutting in front of you. All these things are the reality if you're driving in the Atlanta traffic or any big city. And it's usually bumper to bumper because there's no gaps out there. But let me give you my 3 of what I discovered. First, presence. Presence. I've been able to work on this muscle over the last few years on my podcast. And when you're present in a conversation, when you're present with people, you have a deeper feeling of connection. And I've been able to work on that, whether I'm journaling, whether I'm thinking, and whether I'm just doing things to be better prepared to be present. But when I'm driving now, I'm present. I'm not thinking, is that person going to cut me off? Is that person going to run a red light? Are they on their phone and distracted? Will they see me? That is not the mindset right now. The mindset is enjoy, be present. And that is an incredible feeling. That's why I can drive 12 hours from Naples to Atlanta and feel like I've just walked in the park. And that's possible when you have always accepted the normal of driving. That's just what we've always done. Well, the normal is slowly going away. The new normal will be FSD, stands for full self-driving. Now, right now, you have to keep your eyes on the road, but that's all you have to do. You don't have to be mentally engaged the whole time, mentally thinking about the other driver. What are they going to do? Where are they going to turn? Is it going to be a situation you're going to have to react? I was down coming into Naples. The car was in the left-hand lane, the fast lane, and I had it on self-drive, so I wasn't going to just take it off. But all of a sudden, I looked in my rearview mirror, and there was a guy like throwing his hands up, like, get the heck out of the way. And I wasn't going to take it off self-driving. So he raced around me, gave me one finger. I'll let you guess what finger that was. And then proceeded to cut me off. Now, if that was me one-handed, I don't know what would have happened. Because my reaction would be probably jerk the wheel to the left. Maybe I couldn't get it back in time, and it could have resulted in an accident. But it didn't, because the Tesla with the cameras adjusted quickly to the left, halfway into the median or the safety lane or whatever you call that middle lane, and then moved back. He flipped me another bird. I gave him thumbs up, waved to him, and went on. Now, road rage is real, but people don't realize I had a handicap sticker on the license plate. I hadn't driven that much the last couple months with Tesla, but you don't know that. I mean, you literally could have caused an accident and killed somebody because I wasn't going 45 in a 70. I was going 75 in a 70. So I was moving, but sometimes it'll go left lane and then it'll move over to the right and let those faster cars go through. But just at that moment, because of just the way it drives, it moves over eventually. So the first point, present. Second one, creative mindset. I call it creative thinking, creative mindset. The ideas are flowing because it just allows me to think on a level, to be creative on a level that never was possible before a Tesla. Now, I have driven in the passenger seat a number of my friends, and it's impressive. Hey, that's pretty cool. It was like 3 years ago. I did a friend of mine put it on self-driving. I want to see what it was like, and he did, and I liked it. But it wasn't until I got behind the wheel, and you got to experience it. You have to know what's possible. I kind of use a parallel to coaching. Most don't know what the benefits of coaching are until you're coached. And I was 4 years ago. I will never be without a coach because I've experienced it. And we can say, oh, we got AI coaches out there. You got a lot of information. You are just fooling yourself, because when you invest in yourself, that's the best investment you could ever make. A lot of us don't value ourselves enough to spend the money. We can be cheap when it comes to spending money on ourselves. Invest in yourself. If it's not us, invest in some coach, because we all can benefit by more coaches. And you will get there faster. You will get there more quicker. You will just, your level of speed goes to another level. And you only know when you do it. You can talk to somebody that's had a coach, but you got to do it yourself. So creative mindset is number 2. And the third is confidence. Confidence. We all like confidence. We don't always get there because we don't have the right strategy. You will get more confidence in your ability to get around. It was 11 hours down there to Naples. When I got there, went around, went out to dinner with my brother. He was 10 minutes, 15 minutes away. All I did was push the button and it took me there. Didn't have to think about where do I have to go? What roads? There's construction around the Fairfield Inn. So normally that would have been kind of like the changing roads. It got people out there. You got different, what do you call it, caution barrels up, all kinds of things. And it just confidently took me to his place. I asked Grok, where's a close restaurant that we could go to? And then it brought up a screen of restaurants. One was a Cuban. I said, take us to that Cuban restaurant. And we did. And that was the extent of getting from his hotel to the restaurant. Then when I leave, I simply tell it to go back to his hotel. Not thinking of anything besides it's going to get me point A to B. And that gives you incredible confidence. You're in a strange city. You haven't been down there in 15, 20 years. You don't know what's going on, but it gets you around. And that's the confidence that's possible. So think critical, drive intelligently, and sharpen and shape the future. That is what's possible. If you want, and you're in Atlanta and you want to test drive it, just call me. Call me. I'd be glad to let you experience it. If you want to investigate how you can move faster, go to pkane.me/SS. Let me see if I can put it up here. I know I can. Hold on here. There. Yes, here we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, just go to pkane.me/SS. Schedule your call today. The future is bright. It's moving fast. You need to have somebody that can coach you. I'm a high-performance coach certified by Brendan Bouchard, the founder of Growth Day and the High Performance Institute. Look him up. Look me up, because you'll see what's possible when you put my name in there, Pete Kane. Put the word podcast. I don't go by my middle initial online. See how many pages I dominate of Google. I'll give you a clue. It's a handful. And when I had my digital marketing business before my stroke, if I could get 2 listings on the first page, a website, a LinkedIn profile, it was golden. Now, it won't even get you halfway to first base. You've got to have content. People have to know, like, and trust you, and they have to do it online. That's where the game is being played. People have to get to know you online. And if you don't have a profile and you just have a couple different sites up there, that's not enough. People are not going to go into your website until they're very interested in you. And one of the ways to do it is put your content out there, whether it's a podcast, whether a video like this. You put it out there, give people the opportunity to go on a journey with you. Give them an opportunity to know, like, and trust. Trust is everything. And online, if you're invisible, you can't build trust. So build trust, learn the strategies, step into the future with full self-driving, and see how bright the future is. You can be present, have that creative mindset, and have confidence. I'm Pete Kane. If you would like to know more about the upcoming opportunity around robotaxi, go to the QR code. There we go. Go to the QR code up at the top there. Scan it. And you can get on the waiting list so you can be ready when it comes to your city. That's not the time to launch it. The time is now. Because in 2027, when it starts to go full-fledged, or in about 7 cities, maybe they get to 10 by the end of the year, but they could be in a city near you. And now's the time. Get in our community, get on our waiting list. Let us help you understand the future, because you can be present, have that creative mindset, and have confidence that the future is bright. Okay, I'll put this up here just so you can see it. Let me make it a little bit bigger because it is, hold on here. I think I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. There we go. To see the potential, you'll be educated with this. You'll be able to see how it's possible to be an operator, and you can discover the future. Because if you've ever done real estate and never had renters, you'll know people are people. Sometimes people don't pay. So that is reality. Sometimes you got to kick them out. Sometimes you get the wrong renter. But when you are doing cybercab, you're on the Tesla network. If they don't clean up the car, they're not a good passenger, you can block them from being on there anymore. That's the accountability. So you only get the people that you want, and you can get it going. When you learn that you can keep that car making you money, you're allowed to grow your cash flow. And when you grow your cash flow, wonderful things can happen for your life and your business. The future is bright when you embrace technology. Look at what's coming. Be ahead of the curve, not chasing it. All right. Let me just go back to hold on here. Let me remove this. Okay. So presence, creative mindset, and confidence. That's what you can have when you lean into the intentional self-driving, full self-driving of a Tesla. I'm Pete Kane. Be bold, make an impact, and have fun, because the future is bright. And it can